Wow. Luka to the Lakers. What? Anthony Davis to Dallas. Huh? Advantage Dallas, at least for now. I've told you again and again, I really like this Lakers team as is. I didn't even think they needed to make a big move at the trade deadline to get good enough to get to at least the Western Conference Finals. I picked them before the year to get to the finals because they had 2 top 10 players, including 1 top 5 player, Anthony Davis, a first-team all-defense player whose PER, the performance efficiency rating from John Hollinger, is top 5. I know he's been hurt here with an ab strain, but he's going to be fine. He was supposed to be back by the time the Lakers play at Clippers. And you just gave it all up for the distant future? That's what the Lakers just did. This is a Jeannie Buss special. She needs a superstar post-LeBron. Luka is still 25. He's almost 26, but he's still, as we speak, 25 years of age. This is a move for the long term for the Lakers for when there's no more LeBron, and I don't know exactly when that's going to be. But with a 25-year-old Luka, you're good to go. You're good to gold. You've got your superstar for the next, 10-ish years, 12 years? I don't know. Luka doesn't take care of himself the way LeBron does, but he could play 10 more good to great years. Great to really great years. Yeah, he did help get Dallas to the finals last year, but I like this Dallas team more than I like that team. All of a sudden, Kyrie, who obviously should have been an all-star, now has that chip on his shoulder. If anybody got snubbed, it's Kyrie. He's just an all-star. Just if I say the name, Kyrie Irving, all-star. I don't care what he's averaging 24 a game. And all of a sudden, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He is now the man finally in Dallas. He doesn't have to take the back seat, play the subservient role to Luka, to sort of tiptoe around Luka and take shots whenever they present themselves. If Luka gets tired or bored, now Kyrie is the man, and AD gives them a defensive presence they have not had. And Derek Lively, unfortunately, got hurt, has a stress fracture. He's gone for a 3 months. I don't know, but maybe they could get him back as just a 7-foot presence, sort of like a Jackson Hayes, who now steps up into the starting role in place of Anthony Davis, unless the Lakers do make another big move before the trade deadline. Is there one more big domino to fall in Lakerland? Are they going to go get another big to replace AD? I don't know. They don't grow on palm trees out here in California. It looks like it'd be Jackson Hayes. And again, I have liked this Laker team, but I like Max Christie a lot. He is an emerging 3-and-D legit player. He's a legit. And he's only I think he just turned 21. I believe. I didn't have time to look this one up, but he's a baby, and he can defend at a high level, and he's starting to get more and more confident just stroking threes, big threes, clutch threes. He's been playing big, crucial minutes for these Lakers, and now he is a Maverick. So now I realize Kyrie is almost 33 years of age, but he's still got a lot of big game left. Clay is almost 35, but he's shooting now 40% from 3. And I like this team with PJ and Gafford. And Dinwiddie is explosive. He wasn't for the Lakers. He's from out here in LA, but Dinwiddie's explosive. He had 28 in that big win they had recently at Oklahoma City. And Quentin Grimes has been playing big minutes for them. He's had 7 20-plus games for them. All of a sudden, I'm kind of liking their depth even more than I have liked the Lakers' depth. Now we get to LeBron and Luka trying to share the basketball. Neither one of them has the Kyrie gear to take the back seat. I just don't love this. This is high usage rate versus higher usage rate. I don't get it. I don't see it. They'll respect each other's games, but LeBron's a point guard. I don't care what you say. He needs the basketball. He needs to initiate. Luka just dribbles the air out of the ball. That's just who he is, what he does, what he always will do. And I'm just not sure that he and LeBron can suddenly figure out, now that we have, less than a half a year left, how to be a Western Conference contender together. I just don't see it. And I like a lot of the pieces on this Laker team if they could get Jared Vanderbilt to stay healthy and Gabe Vincent to stay healthy and Christian Wood to ever get healthy. I like the makeup of this team. Austin Reeves is what I call a near star. He had another great game tonight at Madison Square. Not a great game, but a very good game at Madison Square Garden. He can flat out play. As I tweeted during the game, people are still underestimating and underrating and undervaluing him because he doesn't look the part. And you know what I'm talking about. But he can play the part. My God. Rui can play the part. He looks the part and plays the part. But look, the Lakers just took a step back for this year. This year's Lakers will not be as good as they were going to be with AD because they don't have the defensive stopper. Even last night, or the last game, after Washington, LeBron was talking about, maybe it was tonight. Tonight. LeBron was just gushing about we all had to take it up a notch on defense because AD covers for everybody. You make a mistake with AD manning the paint, and he erases your mistake. LeBron could get away with resting on defense a little bit, and he couldn't rest tonight. He played his tail off tonight. Another triple-double, a great game at Madison Square Garden, which always obviously brings out the best in all the superstars, but certainly in LeBron. Now you've lost your eraser? AD, there's certain nights when I watch Anthony Davis on both ends of the floor and I say he's the best player in basketball. He's 31, and now he's a Maverick. And again, obviously, Laker brass, Pelinka can sit back, Rob Pelinka, and say, well, where have we gotten with LeBron and AD? Well, in the bubble, in the pandemic, the Mickey Mouse Championship, they broke through and won it together. But since then, they've been playoff busts together, failure after failure. I don't know. I'm still rolling those dice this year one more time. And yet, if the opportunity presents itself to Jeannie Buss, daughter of Dr. Buss, Showtime originator, if the opportunity presents itself to get Luka Doncic at 25, you just close your eyes and go. You plunge for Luka for the long term, not the short term. It feels to me like the Lakers just pretty much gave up. I'm sure they'd like to luck into some big, deep playoff run. But it feels like they were willing to give up this year for the long term. It's kind of sad for LeBron because I just don't think there's any way that Luka and LeBron can get it together in time this year with Jackson Hayes as their only big, unless they go get somebody, and they well might. But I'm liking Dallas a whole lot more. The more I look at this roster, the more I like their chances of at least getting to the Western Conference Finals against my Oklahoma City Thunder than I like the Lakers. The Lakers now belong to Luka Doncic for the long haul. But short haul, this year, the Dallas Mavericks went for win it all now. Win now. Somebody in Dallas was all in right now. And it's not the owner of the football team in Dallas, as you well know. The crazy goofball over the hill, lost his fastball owner of the other team in Dallas, the football team, and you know who I'm talking about. I saw Nico Harrison, the GM of the Dallas Mavericks, a real live GM, a qualified GM. He just made the point, defense wins championships, and they just went out and got a first-team all-defense player, and they did. And you put him in the middle with Kyrie doing Kyrie things, and Clay making 40% of his threes, and PJ and Gafford and Dinwiddie coming off the bench to spark, Quentin Grimes coming off the bench to explode here and there on cue. Whew. I think you got a real live basketball team. The one in LA will be must-see TV. Can't take your eyes off them. I just think they're going nowhere slowly now for the rest of this year in LA. And I find that very sad for LeBron bleeping James. Way to go, Dallas. Sorry about that, LeBron.